Hey guys, what's going on? Your boy Matt here, Smack to the Mat. Welcome to a fun edition of AEW Dynamite recap and preview. I need the results. Alright. So, as you can tell by the photo next to me on this side of me, basically it looks like I'm pointing at Adam Cole's booty. But, yeah, so there's your card. Did they have another shoot match on there? Don't remember. I don't think they did. So, but yeah, here's your match card. So, go down the list. What happened on Dynamite? As always, if you like. If you don't, you know what to do. Anyways, so started out the night with the tag team blind eliminator tag team tournament dealing. Keith Lee and Swerve were taking on Darby and Orange Cassidy, and before the show even started, I guess Darby requested time to talk to Keith, and he told Keith to pull his head out of his ass, and I know you guys were tag team champions once before, so but don't be a pushover. And he's like, I don't fight the best Keith Lee, so to speak. So, and yeah, that's exactly what happened. So, pretty good match. Orange did his spiel. Darby did his spiel. Swerve, Orange and Darby ended up winning. So the main reason they won is Swerve hit a few moves on Keith on accident, not on purpose. It was he's going after Orange or Darby. They duck, boom, hit the other guy. So just miscommunication on their parts. And yeah, so they advance to the next round. Why is he barking? So yeah, anyways, after the match they were talking about a guy who Darby Allin was cool with, recently passed away, or years ago passed away, but his son was really into wrestling, so Darby took his son in and they became real close. And he said when this guy hits 18, can we sign him? And he turned 18 a little bit ago, and they signed him. Forget his name, but he's basically an Aussie guy, so he'll debut next week against probably some enhancement talent. Who knows? So, anyway, and then then we got the commercial. We come back. They do a little skit with MJF and okay. So first of all, Tony was backstage trying to get a word in on JB Jungle Boy. Talked to him about Hook, and he pulls up and he says he's going to go to Tony Khan's office and demand a match against Hook for the FTW title. And then out of nowhere, Hook came and just attacked Jack Perry. And Jack gets in the car and drives away. Hook just looked and then walked away. Okay, they don't show it on here. Sorry. But there was a segment with MJF and Adam Cole training, doing workouts and stuff, and it was fucking hilarious. Like, so they're working out, and MJF's doing some bench presses, and he's like, you spot me, bro? You got me, right? And Adam Cole's like, yeah, man, I got you. And he's just standing there on his phone. MJF does a rep, and he's like, all right, cool. And he sees a big guy just doing a thing. It was another wrestler. I've seen him on AEW a few times. I forget what his name is, but he was there. He was doing his little spiel, and MJF's like, hey, cool. Makes a fat guy joke, which, all right, typical funny, and then goes to make a Yo Mama joke, I think, to another guy who's just standing there by the dumbbells. And Adam was like, dude, you can't say that stuff anymore. It's not cool. It's not? But it was funny though, right? It's like, no, it's not even funny. He's like, and he's like, oh, I thought it was funny. I did too. I mean, it's corny shit, but it was enjoyable. It was entertainment, and that's all that I'm here for. So, but he was like, oh, but Cole was like, you know what he reminds me of though, right? And at the same time, they both go, Tony Schiavone, and they laugh. And he's like, hey, let me hit this. He's like, you want me to take a couple of these off? You know, it's a little, make it a little easier on you? He's like, no, I got it. He's like, all right. He's like, spot me? He goes, sure. So MJF's watching him, and Adam Cole just fucking does a rap real quick, and MJF's just stunned. He's like, what the? And he's about to say fuck, and they end it. So it was pretty funny. Next up, okay, the guy I didn't know was a Nick Wayne. He was cool. I guess Darby's basically been looking after him since his father died, so that was cool. Then next up, we had a trios match: The Acclaim and Daddy Ass taking on the Bollywood Boys and the Blade. Because why the fuck not? Obviously, you know who wins this match, and if you don't know, then I'm not going to tell you. Go look it up. Think about who wins. If you've watched AEW, you know who's winning, and it's not the Blade. Without the Butcher, even Butcher and Blade don't get wins, so you know it's not them. So they're out, and then Harley Cameron pops on, talking about how they're gonna do something to them next week, I guess. Yeah, she apparently made him a video package which shows the world what real talent is next week. So we'll see clips there. Oh, after that, Daddy has said, well, we got 2 words for you, and they did a second chance, so yeah. And then Daddy Ass was sitting there. He does that, and then afterwards, they're showing clips of Eddie Kingston beating Kenta, I believe it was, for the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship in Tokyo over the weekend, whatever you want to call it. So that was cool. And then after that, they got a word from Moxley, the same point. Scoring. This is what Moxley said. He said, Eddie and I are the exact same people we were when I met him back in 09. Well over a decade ago. The ups, the downs, the good, the bad. We both made it out. He's like, what's there to complain about, dude? You know what really pisses me off is how much time in complaining about the young kids, the new generation, and how they have no respect, how they have no work ethic. Yet we spent time building them. It's like, I had a dream of this Eddie Kingston that finally embraces the future and became what he could be. But that ain't reality. Eddie, he should have said, answer your fucking phone, because that'd been cool. He said, Eddie, answer your phone. Next up, we see Renee and RJ City backstage with Matt Hardy doing the blind eliminator tag team draw. Come on. And so he's spinning, he draws, and he's like, oh, all right, cool. You got Jeff. And he's like, Jeff is in my... Jeff Hardy? Really? My brother? No, not Hardy. Jarrett? And he goes, yep. He's like, fucking hate Jeff Jarrett. Fucking hate him. So Jeff and Matt Hardy will team up. Honestly, that'll be a good tag team. They have good chemistry. They've known each other quite some time. Jericho makes his way to the ring, starts talking. He's interrupted by Don Callis. Don, cut it short, Don basically tells him, hey, who called you to highlight to main event the Tokyo Dome with Kenny? Yo. And it just goes on, like they've known each other for 30 some odd years. Basically asked him if he wants to join Don Callis' new family with Takeshita. So it'd be cool. He said, I got one word for you. Maybe. And then he walks away. So Don's like, alright, we'll see where this plays. And then, so yeah. And then we got the commercial, come back. Renee's backstage to get an update on Roddy Strong. They show a repackage of what happened with Joe and Roddy at Collision on Saturday. Uh, Basically did a video package of Punk calling out Joe calling out Punk. You know, the spiel. So Samson said he's making good progress, but you know he's had a lot of injuries, so we're just taking precautions. Strong's in a neck brace because I feel amazing. Doc's like, I understand that, but Cole walks in and goes, Roddy, how do you feel? He's like, I feel great. He's like, cool. You have to be careful though, man. You have all the time in the world. Remember that. It's all good. Just don't rush anything. And Strong's like, what's the deal with you and MJF? He's like, listen, dude, don't worry about me. I'm worried about you. I have everything under control. I made it clear to him that I have my boundaries. No, he just texted me. Hey, bro, we should really do that double clothesline tonight. Unreal. He's like, I'm up next. I gotta go get ready. But love you, Roddy. Roddy said, I love you back. So they'll probably set up an angle where Roddy turns on Cole in that championship match, maybe. Or Roddy helps him win it. Who knows? Next up, MJF and Adam Cole taking on the Butcher and Daddy Magic, Matt Menard. Good match. They gave it too much time, in my opinion. But, I mean, it's two of your top guys, honestly. So, MJF got Matt Menard like in an abdominal stretch over by the rope, and he puts his arm out like he wants Cole to tag him. He's like, no. He's like, I'll do it. Come on, do the thing. And the ref kind of being distracted. He's like, do the thing. He's like, so the fans are thinking it's a tag. No, instead he just pulls his arm, doing that heel tactic where I'm by the rope. My partner grabs my arm to give me that extra leverage. And ref looks at him. He's like, no, we're good. Hands are clean. We're not doing anything. And then, so they bring Cole in. Cole comes in. Oh, so two heel things. MJF ended up hitting a low blow, and then got the tag. Came in, basically just did his usual. Went for a Panama Sunrise, missed it. Lays him out with, I think, a super kick. Sets up for the boom. And before he does the boom, MJF's like, tag me! Double clothesline! We can do it! Let's do it! Let's do it! It's great! Let's do it! And MJF, Cole's like, nah, fuck it. Knee, boom, match is over. So after the match, MJF got a microphone. He said, alright, cut the music. Alberta, Canada, I got a question. We got any devil worshippers? Which I guess is what he's calling his fan base now. And a bunch of cheers. There was a sign that said devil worshipper section. And he said, we got another question. We got any fans of a super cool individual with an over name? He's like, do the thing. And Adam Cole was like, do the thing. So Adam Cole struck his pose. Crowd said, Adam Cole, baby. MJF said, that's right. We're better than you, baby. So listen, I was wondering, maybe me and you should, have another bro session this weekend. You guys want to see us hang out more? Cole's like, yeah, why not? And just like, wait. I have one more thing for you. I need to tell you. And Cole just looks at him. He's like, and he says it really loud, like excited. He's like, happy birthday! And security guards bring out like a mini cake, some balloons, fucking stupid party hats. Cole's like, all right, Max, this is a lot. And just like, today's all about you. We're here to celebrate you. Start singing. Cole's like, I appreciate it, but you've done more than enough. And they light the cake, and he's supposed to blow out the candle. And MJ's like, I want to smash him. Go upstairs, Bubba. He's like, I'm gonna push him in. So, as Cole makes the wish, or blows up the candle, whatever, MJF goes to push him. Cole reverses it and shoves MJF into the cake. And MJF just sits there and he's like, all right, you got me. And then Cole looks at the cake at MJF and he just takes a little bit and he goes, good cake. And he takes the microphone and he goes, Max, listen to me. It's really nice of you to all do this stuff for me on my birthday. So I'm saying this with all sincerity. Thank you. And he says, thank you, my friend. And they're chanting for MJF to eat the cake. Connor, go upstairs. So he takes a bite of the cake. And then they leave, so go backstage, and Jericho was talking with Renee, and they find out Sammy and Garcia are going to be tag team partners in the tag team tournament. So Jericho's like, no. They're like, what? We need you, Chris. He's like, no. You need to take my leadership skills and do your own thing now. He's like, I still got your backs, but be those guys I know you can be. And they just kind of, Jericho walks away, and they just kind of look at each other. Garcia looked at Sammy and he said, let's finish what we started. So this should be good. Next up, Britt versus Ruby. Britt did a promo before, basically saying, I'm the inaugural, and I'm going to do it again. They give this match a lot of time, surprisingly. Actually, no, it's not surprising, because it's the only one thing you got going on in AEW shit, I guess. Outcast tried pulling out every single heel tactic in the book to get the win. And just when you think they did get the win, no. Britt kicked out. Till the final end, where they Ruby rolled her up and just had a roll-up pin, basically. And she was leaning back towards the rope. Toni Storm grabbed her arm, and Saraya was on the ground after taking a boot by Britt, and she was on the ground. They're all leaning on her, so she gets the win that way. And they all run. And yeah. And then Sky Blue was standing behind Ruby. They'll have the match either next week or on Collision. I think it's next week, though. Next up, your main event, Kenny versus Wheeler Yuta. Good match. A lot of really pushing Yuta to not be a pushover. So Kenny ends up winning with the one-winged angel, and directly after the bell, Claudio came in to start beating the shit out of her. Well, before that, Don Callis came out. The guys were trying to block him. He gets up on the apron. Takeshita showed up, hit a Blue Thunder bomb, and then Don left the side. Yuta goes for the pin, kicks out. Then a little back and forth. One-winged angel, pin. Afterwards, BCC beat him up. Elite come out to make the save. Camera goes off. So, yeah. And then they announced Blood and Guts for July 17th in 2 weeks. With, or 17th or 18th, I don't remember exactly what day it is. And they're both down one member each between BCC and the Elite. So they said they'll figure out who's going to be their partner in the upcoming weeks. So, which I'm pretty sure we'll find out next week. So, but anyways, there you have it. SmackDown preview for tomorrow is the trial of the Tribal Chief is the only thing I care about. So, yeah. So, thanks for watching, and catch you next time.